Hey guys, what is up? Right after I recorded my Pokemon Card Mail Day video for today, Pokemon released a video with more information regarding the 30th anniversary celebration set. We now know a lot more than I was talking about during the video. We know, for example, there will be 30 stamped Pikachu cards with the 30th anniversary stamp on there. The release date will be September 16th, and we now have seen the full artwork of the Mew EX and the Mewtwo EX. I am very curious to see how rare they will be. The booster pack artwork looks amazing, and it will be a simultaneous worldwide release for English and Japanese. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen next and what more will be announced. There are looking to be some really cool cards in the new set. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this video, that in the end of the video I'm talking about the 30th anniversary, but I don't know what I know now. So have fun. Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to another Pokemon Cards Mail Day. It is episode 20 in my 2026 Pokemon Card Mail Day series. I hope everybody is doing fine. In the background you can hear the fan running and you can hear now the ambulance, I think. Anyways, it is pretty hot up here in the attic, but that only means that it is really nice weather outside, so enough to enjoy and enough rambling. Let's dive straight into today's Pokemon Card Mail Day. And the stack of Pokemon cards that you see here on the screen in front of you are Pokemon cards that I got in over the last 2 weeks and that I decided to put up for sale again. With the money that I get from selling all these Pokemon cards, I am able to fund new collection goals and purchases that are going to be added to the personal collection. So here we have a stack of cards that is already listed online. Here we have a stack of cards that is going to be listed whenever something of this sells. Last but not least, I have a decent stack of Pokemon cards that I'm going to show you at the end of the video that we're going to add to the personal collection. Really excited for it. So a lot of news these last weeks, folks. I haven't written anything down, but from the top of my head, let's start with what I heard first. First, I heard that last week PSA has decided to close down their value bulk tier submissions. I believe the value bulk tier submission was about $30, and the lowest submission tier that you can now send your cards for is $80. That is a huge increase, but the matter of fact is that they had sent out a message that they have a 10 million card backlog somewhere stored away, or perhaps divided over different warehouses or grading locations. And in order to get rid of the backlog and make sure it doesn't get larger, they hope that people won't send as much cards under the now lowest tier. And I think that might work, and they have to work really hard themselves to get rid of the 10 million cards and send everybody the orders back. It will probably be very chaotic, a lot of pressure on all the people that work there, the employees. And it is on one side kinda sad. I was finally ready to send out some cards for grading myself. I've only sent 4 cards in the past through a middleman. It has been probably 2 to 3 years ago already. I must say it was very exciting to be able to get the cards back, but I think it was already 6 months. It was really in the previous period that I had a large delay already. So earlier last month, since it's now the 1st of June, PSA already stated that the turnaround time will be extended to 8 months, so it was already a very long period of waiting if you shipped out your cards to PSA now. So I was already hesitant to send out the cards for the bulk submission, but apparently PSA made that choice now for me. I have to wait a little bit before I'm going to ship out my next batch of Pokemon cards. Well, I don't really mind, to be honest. The cards are sitting nicely in my binder. I am mainly a binder collector. But it also shows the state of the Pokemon card hobby. I was probably not the only one thinking about grading some of my Pokemon cards. There must have been, well, maybe 1 million people or hundreds of thousands of people or at least tens of thousands of people with the same ID for at least the last few months. So next up we have that a big major announcement which is somehow related to the PSA news. The Pokemon Company has sent out a statement that it is no longer allowed to sell graded cards at official Pokemon events. I heard that measure was active immediately, so on regional and international and world championships vendors are not longer allowed to bring PSA graded cards or any graded cards for that matter with them, and even the ceiling price of cards that you're allowed to offer over there on those events is now restricted to $1,000 per card. I don't really have an opinion on that. I think everybody should be able to do whatever they want, but I can understand. I have seen some content creators already giving their opinions on it as well. Those events are mainly for players, obviously. Although I think you should be allowed to, if you're a collector, to buy whatever you want to. But a lot of people talked about it like it was a protective measure for mainly kids that attend those tournaments, that they don't get carried away by the value of a card, because they want to promote rather the playing side of it, the TCG side, the actual trading card game side of it, especially during those events, the tournaments basically. So yeah, it has all sides of the coin, obviously, at least two sides of the coin, the good, the bad and the ugly. And next up, something really cool. I think this week, I have waited with recording this video, but it is not yet announced. We have some really great news coming up regarding the 30th anniversary Pokemon card set. I'm really hyped and excited for it. I've told in previous episodes that I'm saving up a little bit of money to buy a bunch of sealed products whenever the set will be released, and now we have some major announcements and news coming up regarding the set. So as we're starting to move over my PC pickups of this week and last week, I will talk a little bit more about what we know right now of the 30th anniversary Pokemon card set. And we start off with that it will probably be released on the September 16th, and we will get booster packs, which will contain 6 cards per booster pack. Some really cool news that was just announced yesterday or 2 days ago is that every booster pack will contain a Pikachu card. Every one of the 6 or 7 cards inside the booster pack will be holo foil as well, so that will be huge. We will get a large amount of new foil cards. I'm really excited for that. And above all, every booster pack will contain a Pikachu card, and it was just recently announced that there will be 30 different Pikachus, hence the 30th anniversary, to collect. So you see, I've picked up some really cool full art trainers up here. Cheryl from Battle Styles, I already have one in my Battle Styles collection. I wanted some more for the full art trainer collection binder. I've talked about picking up some Parasol Ladies. I think they're criminally underrated, the SAR version for 12 to 15 bucks. Decent condition, everything. I'm really glad with that. And we have the roller skater, is Cosmic Eclipse in English. I don't know the Japanese one, but a really cool card. I have this one graded in a 9.5, I believe, in CGC, the old label. And now I have one that is in generally really nice condition in Japanese too. You can't beat this hollow pattern and texture. Really awesome card. So what I was saying, we will get 30 different Pikachus. I'm really looking forward to it, and we'll follow the news very closely as we're moving closer and closer to the release date of the products. We will get an Umbreon and Espion themed deck, I believe. That's what I heard, at least on, I think, Poke Beach. Being released on the same day as the 30th anniversary, but I'm not sure if it is connected or that it is just a separate product after all. Of course, first we get Storm Emeralda. A lot of people are starting to question me for Rayquaza cards. Hey, do you have Rayquaza cards? Well, I do have some Rayquaza cards, and a lot of people, surprisingly, are still looking for this card, the 30th anniversary Pokemon Stamp, the Pikachu. So I picked up like 8 for 8 bucks a piece, and I'm trying to sell some copies right now for 10 bucks a piece, and I sold already through all my copies that I had put up for sale, so I had to order some new ones. I ordered for $300 new Pokemon cards last week. They will hopefully arrive during the 2 upcoming weeks. I'm still buying a lot of cards, I'm selling a lot of cards. I always thought the warmer the weather, the less amount of Pokemon cards I will sell. So I started around last year with selling some more Pokemon cards than that I did in the years before. And last year it was true, I did sell less Pokemon cards with the warmer weather. But this year it contradicts everything. I had some of my best weekends already the last few weeks ever. Not in terms of money, because I sold in the past like entire boxes full of cards for 300 bucks per order. And now I had 20 to 30 orders, also accumulating to $30 or $300 in total. So a lot of people are now buying small amounts of Pokemon cards instead of the larger orders that I had prior. I have been buying over the past few weeks and months a lot of Nihil Zero and Ninja Spinner single cards. I have not touched any sealed product in English. I think I will do the same for the new upcoming Pitch Black Darkrai set. I was in the process of sorting some bulk, and I thought, okay, it is now a nice afternoon. Let's go and make this video for everybody to see. Hope you all enjoyed the news. I'm going back to sorting the bulk and listing some of these cards. Hopefully we can sell some and get some money to invest in the 30th anniversary. I'm gonna save up over the summer. I still did spend $300 on singles again. Some really cool more full art trainers are coming. And I hope everybody is as excited as myself for those videos and for those Pokemon cards to arrive here. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. It is really time right now. Hang on one more second. So over the last few months I have been accumulating this amount of Pokemon cards, mainly full art trainers in English and Japanese and trainer galleries and art rares and such. And now we have one more stack that doesn't fit in the unsorted ETB. Then we have one more stack that just came in that I just literally showed you. So yeah, I need to make some space and I want to add some stuff to the binders. Thanks for watching, see you all on the next one.